Mindy show on Kids Place Live, and I want to know, Tori, do you have any old food in your possession?
Oh, excuse me. Yes, actually, I don't know where that cough came from. This happened to me really recently. I was coming back from the holiday. I hadn't been home in probably 10 days, and so I was cleaning out my fridge and my cabinets, restocking some new food. And I found a rotten onion.
Oh, what does a rotten onion look like, and what does it smell like?
Well, it was a yellow onion, but half of it had gone completely black and brown.
Ew.
It smelled like hot garbage.
Gross.
And it had kind of like, it had gotten so smushy, the part that was sitting on the cabinet, that when I picked it up to take it out, there was goop stuck to the bottom of the cabinet.
Ugh.
It was nasty. And so I had to take everything out, scrub down the entire thing, and that is when I learned that maybe onions should be stored somewhere where you can see them.
Yeah.
Which I think is why people usually keep them in like a bowl of some kind instead of doing what I did.
That is disgusting.
It's one way to get onion soup.
Okay, I had a pear one time that I left in my backpack, and then I couldn't figure out. Well, I was like, what did I spill in here?
Oh.
And I realized it used to be a pear. It just liquefied over time in my backpack. This is when I was in high school.
Gross.
And of course, like, I didn't wash it out. I just kind of like, I just wiped it out and put all my stuff back in there. It's disgusting.
Oh.
All right, well, I've got a story for you. How about a 20-year-old McDonald's hamburger?
What?
Okay, so here's the story. This guy, David Whipple, he is a professor in Utah. In 1999, he goes to the Logan, Utah McDonald's, and he orders a McDonald's hamburger. And he decided that he was going to use this hamburger to do presentations and to teach about enzymes and deterioration in food. And trying to explain what an enzyme is complicated, but in short, an enzyme is responsible for chemical reactions in food. So an enzyme will help to break down the chemicals in a food and thus break down the food. Deterioration also means breaking down of something. It starts to kind of come apart, break down.
So if you open your garbage can and it is smelly, nasty, maybe there's like a fly flies out, there's a whole lot of enzyme action going on.
There's probably some enzyme actions. And if you were to look in a landfill enzyme or maybe in a compost bin, lots of enzyme action going on in there. So he bought this hamburger as a presentation, and then I guess he forgot about it because he stuck it in his coat pocket.
Ugh.
And forgot about it for 6 years.
Wait, so he didn't wear that coat for 6 years?
I guess not. So 6 years later, he pulls this coat out of the closet, reaches into the pocket, and was like, oh, here's that hamburger I bought 6 years ago. That's where you are, little buddy. And so I think he put the picture of the hamburger that looked remarkably the same as it did when he put it in his coat pocket 6 years before.
Huh.
He shared it on the internet, and it went viral. Everyone was going crazy for this thing. And so then he placed the burger inside of a Big Mac container, which, wow, putting a McDonald's hamburger in a Burger King. Wait, is Big Mac? No, Big Mac is McDonald's.
It is.
Okay, never mind.
The Big
Shows how much I know. Okay, that's right. So then he put it in a Big Mac container, and he left it there for 6 years. And then he took it out again this week. Oh, so wait, I should say the first time he put it in his coat pocket, I'm sorry, did I say 6 years the first time?
Yes.
I meant 14 years.
What?
It was in his coat pocket for 14 years. He rediscovered it in his pocket in 2013.
What?
Then He remembered it. He put it in the Big Mac thing and then put it, away somewhere. And then he pulled it out now 6 years later. So now this burger is 20 years old. And he says it still has the same appearance as when he bought it back in 1999, 20 years ago. And the only thing strange about it is the fact that it smells a lot like cardboard. Because the Burger King, or the Big Mac container was cardboard.
Ew. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? A couple of weeks ago, you brought us this story of a 40-year-old Twinkie.
Yeah.
That a science teacher had bought to demonstrate to his class about preservatives.
Yep.
This is kind of the same deal. I think these two teachers, professors, I think they need to get together and see who, they each need to pick, all right, what do we think is a food right now in 2020 that would last the longest? And then they can have a competition to see whose lasts longer.
Oh, that would be interesting.
I would vote for a fry. I think a single French fry could probably last a lifetime.
Well, last year, a 6-year-old French fry, burger and French fries were sold on eBay.
Really?
Yeah. And this was a person who intentionally, this was a guy in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, who purposely bought these things 6 years ago with the intention of just keeping them for that long. And then so 6 years went by, guess he was strapped for cash, and he thought, maybe I will sell this burger and fries on eBay. And I don't know how much they actually went for, but the burger started off at $22.91.
What?
Oh, wait, no, the burger ended up selling for $62.65.
Why?
Because people, let me tell, this is the kind of thing I would buy on the internet. Why? Because you just want to be part of this weird thing. I would totally buy. Remember how I told you I bought a do-it-yourself denture kit?
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Great.
You gave it to your brother, right?
No, I forgot. No, I gave one to my nephew, who just turned 13, a little confused by it. And then I gave the other one to a friend who I thought would appreciate it. But the best part about the teeth is I think they were like human teeth.
No.
I don't know. Something about this the teeth were kind of yellowed, and they looked real.
Anyway,
I gave it to my friend.
The point is that there are people out there, perhaps like yourself, who would be interested in buying a 20-year-old hamburger off the internet.
Yeah. Or you can just have patience and buy a hamburger today and then just keep it for 20 years. But what does that say about what's in these foods? Foods found in their natural state are not going to last more than a few days. These foods lasting for 20 years and still looking the same?
Yeah, that's gross.
That's kind of gross. So, I want to know if let's do the Lost and Found, the food edition. If you found food, grown-ups or kids, somewhere that it probably shouldn't have been, or at least food that shouldn't have been missing for as long as it was, I want to hear all about it. 1-866-328-2345. I also want to know how many kids went back to school today to realize that their lunch was still in their backpack. Their lunch leftovers were still in their backpack from 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And you didn't realize it until today. Tori, I know we're going to get calls on this.
We just might.
So, grown-ups, if you realize this morning that your kids forgot to clean out their lunchbox 2 weeks ago, right before the break, and you found it today, or if you found some old food in a place it shouldn't have been, give us a call now. 1-866-328-2345. Here we go.